Holy crap, am I never gonna do that again. And by that I mean that voice. I know I've written in some of the descriptions that the delay of various episodes was because of illness. What I didn't notice, or what I didn't note down, was that that illness, it was prolonged by that gruff, deep, rumbling detective voice, like I've been drinking cigarettes and smoking whiskey since I was 3 years old. Non-stop. No sleep, just whiskey and cigarettes. Ah, it feels like someone punched me in the chest. And it made it worse. So yeah, that voice has probably gotta go. I had to fake it for some of the last episodes. I halfway did the voice, but I had to do a bit extra digital manipulation to make it sound closer to the original. What else did I realize? Oh god, I realized that doing things on the daily is weirder than I thought. Um, the old filming out the window, and yeah, just a note: the window looks horrible. The weather here is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. The weather is Mother Nature's gone insane, and this is just dust from the surrounding landscape that's been spray painted on my windows, and I am not venturing out to try and clean it off. That'll have to wait till. Well, to be perfectly honest, I think it'll have to wait till summer because the weather is insane right now. But anyway, yeah, the whole filming out the window thing. At worst, it made me yawn at weird moments. Like now, I'm actually holding back a yawn. Which for the new. Oh yeah, newcomers. I know this sounds absolutely pathetic when you compare it to everything else, but on YouTube. But yeah, I actually got more subs. Um, 8 more subs, not 8,000, not 800, 8 more subs. I'm at 25 now, which is absolutely nothing. But yeah, it kind of gave me a buzz to see that progress. And every video has been viewed. Some of them have just one view, but I'm pretty sure it's not mine because I have a habit of not wanting to view something when it's completely done. I don't know why. I view it along the way. Um, but when it's completely done, yeah, I'm just, I don't feel comfortable. Also, I don't feel comfortable being counted as views when the views are so low. But yeah, I think actually the average view for this whole December Christmas run, the December Detective, as I'm kind of calling it in my head. I think the average is about 15 views per video, which I'm satisfied with that. I don't think I did a very good job. It's very crude, very basic, very simple, but um, it's unknown country for me to do this, so I kind of expect myself to do poorly. But yeah, people actually viewed it, and an average of 15 is fine. I have some old videos from God knows when that have like in the thousands. Not on this channel, but on another channel that I never use. They've just been sitting there collecting. I haven't been checking them for I think 2 years or something. Well, they have thousands, but they are kind of they're very different. They're kind of educational, and they're kind of how to deal with exams and stuff like that. So they gather a lot more. These are harder to kind of push, and I have a feeling that a lot of the views um, come from people that misunderstood the title, um, especially the "Are We Alone" title, which was kind of a joke, because it deals with the loneliness of doing creative work. But there are probably a couple of 12-year-old UFO enthusiasts that jumped on it, and added to that, it's got a pretty nice score. But yeah, that was more harrowing than I thought. Oh yeah, the thing I wanted to say was that it was horrifying to see how much everything could be thrown out of whack because of 2 days of um, I don't even know what I had. Mild strep throat, mild lung infection or something. I don't know. But it felt like breathing against the wind or whatever. It felt like breathing under duress. So there wasn't much there, and then it was really hard to just catch up. And the more I tried to catch up, the more I seemed to ruin my voice again. So I got to figure out something for the next round. And also just being that focused on knowing what to say, having to try to sound like you know everything by heart, when in all honesty a lot of it was phrased or even changed on the fly, because I realized that there were things I'd forgotten in my plans, or something just dawned on me, or something just seemed to, I don't know, unnecessarily deep, fake deep even. So I cut it. I'm pretty okay with the whole editing thing. I don't edit these videos. That should be kind of obvious. But I think I'm going to try and do more edited videos. That was always the goal, of course. These talking to the windows is just to keep me going, keep my mind on the duties of creative work. And I think I'll get back to that from January 1st. I need my voice to kind of get back on track, and I need my chest to feel like there's not a 500-pound midget sitting on it, laughing at me. But yeah, there's a different tension when trying to do those videos from trying to do these. These are, I don't always look forward to having to do these, but that's mainly when I'm having trouble finding something to talk about. But I feel more relaxed doing these. I feel like I'm just talking. I'm not trying to impress anyone. I'm not trying to impress anyone with the others either. It's a joke. It's an experiment. It's just wacky me. But there's a little more tension behind the others. And there will be again. I want to do real videos, not because I want to be a YouTuber. I think I've mentioned that before. I do not want to be a YouTuber. I have no plans of monetizing any of this. This is just a way to keep me going, to keep me focused. What's that phrase? To keep my hand by the fire or something. To keep a fire lit under me or something. See, that's the thing. I can just rant like that on these videos, and nobody will care because nobody will watch. I don't expect people to come back for these, but hopefully people will just keep an eye out. It's very for those who are wondering. It's very easy to see if I upload a video and it's just one of these blah 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 videos, or even, I mean, a lot of them were focused, and a lot of the December Detective videos were based on that. Uh, Anyone who's been here from the start will know that. But they're not that focused, and you can recognize them by basically seeing this window in one way or another, in the thumb, not the thumbprint, what it's called, what's it called, the thumbnail. Um, so you'll spot them by that. But yeah, I hope to gather up what I've already kind of learned from doing this, and start eventually making more. I hesitate to say high production value, because it's not gonna be a high production value. I don't have money for that. I will never have money for that. This will never reach a point where there is money for high production value. But less abysmal production efforts, um, less lazy, I'd call it, maybe. Um, Kind of edutainment, educational, entertainment videos, like many others online, to be honest. But these more focused around an actual A to B process. The big thing that I wanted from the December Detective was something that was very, very focused around actually achieving something. And I'm working on turning those things into something concrete. I think I mentioned that at some point. The role playing game is almost there. In fact, the role playing game is there. I just need to write up the adventure, the example adventure, which has been given the name The Spice is Right. There are a lot of puns. There are a lot of awful, ungodly amount of puns. I like puns way too much. And abbreviations, of course. Awful lot of really stupid abbreviations that I just giggle at. Um, yeah, that's coming along. And once the adventure is written, the book will not be a long one. It'll be children book, not children book, young adult size, smaller young adult, probably something like 30,000 words, maybe even less, bordering on novella. But as I also mentioned at some point, this is the crude beginning, and it will be redone when I have set up the tool set to easily make more better versions than now. It's going to look, a lot of it is going to look horrible, but the point is to focus my efforts around actually producing something. And I think I've achieved that. The next few weeks are going to show if I can actually live up to my own expectations. I'm a bit worried about the movie and game, of course, because they're the two most difficult things. But we'll see. It's going to be simple. It's going to be basic. It's going to be crude. Keep it simple, stupid. As I said in the December Detective thing. But yeah. The voice is going to go because I am not a voice actor. But I think the overall structure, the overall idea of it, I'd like to keep that. So expect a less gravelly detective picking up the case again for, I don't know, March Mystery. Is there something with F? It's not going to be January because it's going to take me a bit to get things done. Is there something with F that is detective style? Fedora February? Nah. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't even matter. Maybe I don't need a cool word for it. Cool. You're right. Um, but yeah, it's done. I survived more or less intact. And now I'm going to see what I'm going to do as I move forward. I have rough plans, but nothing written in stone. Not yet. Time to be productive, I guess. Happy New Year to all of you.